Have you ever stopped and wondered how a complete stranger, someone you've never even spoken to, can become the most important person in your world? It's not some big, grand gesture. It happens in 1,000 little, almost invisible moments. So today, we're going to break down one of those stories to really get into the anatomy of a modern romance. We'll explore every small step that turns a stranger into a partner. Okay, so this is where we're headed, the end goal. Two strangers finding this incredible future together. But, our focus isn't just on this beautiful final picture. It's all about the journey. So let's hit rewind and see how a connection like this actually gets started. Every story has to start somewhere, right? And this one begins in a pretty unexpected place, the gym. Yeah, this is the stage where two people are sharing the same space, but honestly, they're living in completely separate worlds, connected only by what they see in the mirror. So let's meet our two main players. On one side, you've got Aarav. He's disciplined, all about his routine. But for weeks now, part of that routine has been watching Meera. And then there's Meera. She's calm, she's focused, totally in her own zone. They're both there in the same 6:30 a.m. bubble. But there's this invisible wall of silence standing right between them. Now, this is absolutely crucial. The attraction wasn't just, oh, she's cute or he's handsome. It was way deeper. It was based on the things they observed about each other's character. He saw her confidence, how she carried herself. She noticed his discipline, his focus. These aren't big romantic gestures. They're these quiet little observations. Without even knowing it, they were already building a foundation of mutual respect. And here we go, the classic standoff. I mean, how many of us have been in this exact situation? You've got this mutual interest, but it's totally paralyzed by mutual hesitation. Every time their eyes would meet in the mirror, one of them would quickly look away. The other would pretend to fiddle with their headphones. The tension was, well, it was real. All that quiet watching, all that unspoken admiration, it's really all just potential energy, isn't it? It needs a catalyst, just one single moment, to break that silence and turn all that potential into something real. And this slide, wow, it breaks down that exact moment perfectly. It wasn't some clever pickup line, nothing flashy. It was something as simple as a stuck pin on a weight machine. But look at the progression. There's an opportunity, then that little moment of inner conflict, should I do it? Then a simple, helpful action, and boom, a monumental outcome. In just 1 minute, that entire wall of silence between them just crumbled. Just like that, they weren't strangers anymore. So the ice is officially broken. But, one conversation doesn't make a relationship. This next phase is all about consistency. It's about building comfort and turning that one little high into a genuine, actual connection. And you can literally see how the bond builds layer by layer, week by week. It starts super simple, just good morning. Then by week 2, they're intentionally working out next to each other. Week 3, they're sharing headphones, water bottles. And by week 4, they have physical trust, spotting each other's lifts. See, this isn't about one big leap. It's about the power of these consistent, small steps that build comfort over time. And then you start getting moments like this, a simple, playful little exchange that signals a whole new level of comfort. This isn't just polite gym chatter anymore. This is banter. This is what a real friendship sounds like when it's starting to form. And this is the point right here. This is so important. The physical space itself completely transformed. What was once just a public gym, a place for individual effort, it became their shared territory. It became their place. A little bubble where their connection could really grow. But any connection that's built in one specific place faces a huge test. Can it survive out in the real world? It's time to find out if the bond is with the person or if it was just with the place. This, right here, is the leap of faith. And there it is again, that internal monologue, that little voice inside all of our heads right before we take a risk. You can just imagine Aarav's heart is probably pounding. He's fighting that urge to overthink every little thing, and he just forces himself to say the words. It's a terrifying but totally necessary moment. And the reward for taking that huge risk? A simple, soft smile and 3 little words that change absolutely everything. I'd love to. Turns out she had been waiting for him to ask. The desire to take that leap was completely mutual, and now, finally, the story moves beyond the gym. And that first date just proves how strong that foundation they built at the gym really was.
I mean, they just skipped all the small talk and dove right into the deep end, sharing childhood stories, dreams, even their fears and struggles. The trust they'd already built spotting each other with weights translated directly into this incredible emotional intimacy.
And again, look at this. What's going on in their heads is in perfect sync. He's just feeling this overwhelming sense of lock, like how is this even happening? And she's feeling this profound sense of comfort and safety that she hasn't felt in years. They are both realizing in that very moment that this is something really special. All right, so this is it. The final and most profound evolution. The connection has been tested, it's thriving, and now it starts to deepen into conversations about a shared future. It's moving from just a series of moments to the idea of a lifetime.
This right here, this is the turning point. Aarav manages to put words to a feeling that goes way beyond just romance. Home. You know, home isn't a place, it's a feeling. It's safety, it's belonging, it's being completely and totally yourself. That's the ultimate emotional anchor. And then he takes it one step further. He's not just talking about how he feels right now, he's talking about how he sees his entire life unfolding from here. This is the very first time the word future is explicitly tied to her. It's a moment of just pure, unfiltered vulnerability.
And her response, it's immediate, it's clear, it's absolute, there's zero hesitation. She meets his vulnerability with her own, confirming that their visions for the future are perfectly aligned. This is the emotional climax of their entire journey, from strangers to partners. And this just brings us right back to the beginning, doesn't it? It's such an incredible transformation. From these shy little glances in a gym mirror, to awkward hellos, to sharing water bottles, all the way to planning a lifetime together. And it all started with the smallest of steps. So as we finish up, it kind of leaves us with this big question to think about. We often look for these huge, dramatic turning points in our lives, but maybe our biggest, most important stories are actually written in the quietest moments. What small, seemingly insignificant interaction in your own life ended up changing absolutely everything?